going on, everyone? Lalit here. Today we're going to be looking at the easiest credit card sign-up bonus to hit ever. When it comes to credit cards and sign-up bonuses, there are a few examples, such as the Chase Sapphire Reserve, where you get 50,000 points after $4,000 in minimum spend. You also have the Amex Platinum, where you get 100K points after $5,000 in spend in the first 3 months. And in those same 3 months with the City Premier, if you spend $4,000, you'll get 80,000 points. And looking at the Capital One Venture, you get 60K miles after $3,000 in spend. You also have sign-up bonuses with lesser spending requirements. For example, with the Chase Freedom Flex, you have $200 back after $500 in spend. And with the City Custom Cash, you have $200 back after $750 in spend in the first 3 months. And with the Capital One Quicksilver, you get $200 after $500 in spend in those same 3 months. And today we'll be looking at a credit card without needing to spend that $3,000, $4,000, $5,000, nor that $500 or $750 in range of spend, but you get that max value of sign-up bonus equivalent just with one swipe. And a quick announcement, we got a newly formed partnership with supermoney.com, but more on that later. With that, we got quite a diverse audience here, so feel free to fast forward along based on the timestamps below. And with that, we'll get straight into it. Starting us off, what is a sign-up bonus? It's essentially a financial incentive given to us for certain products, in our case credit cards, where you get X amount of cash, points, miles, after fulfilling certain requirements, which may deal with spending a certain amount of money in a certain amount of time or otherwise. What a sign-up bonus actually looks like, practically speaking, is let's say that $200 we get, it could be delivered as a statement credit. It could also be given as points, and different banks may have different names to these certain points. And these points can have, let's just say, 1 penny worth per point. So when you get that $200 back in cash, you may actually get 20,000 points in a certain ecosystem of a certain bank, which can be redeemed as a statement credit, but you can also use it for other reasons. In our intro, we mentioned the Chase Freedom Flex, where you get $200 back after spending $500 in the first 3 months. Those $200, they're given to you as 20,000 Ultimate Reward points. And Ultimate Reward points is the name of Chase Bank's specific points for their credit cards and applicable products. Those 20,000 points, you can actually pool them with other cards you have in the Chase ecosystem, and certain capabilities of these other cards, you can actually use them not just for cash back, but you can transfer them out to travel partners such as hotels and airlines. The advertising language for these sign-up bonuses varies bank to bank. And with the Chase Freedom Flex, it says $200, but really, since you're getting those points and you have that capability of transferring them to partners, you can actually get more than $200 in value. Getting a certain flight or booking X amount of nights with those points may be worth more than $200 in cash. Sign-up bonuses can change suddenly, and it's all in the decision of the bank that's offering these credit cards. Just like a sale at the mall, it's not always there year-round, and with sign-up bonuses, they can fluctuate depending on the season. When travel was less common, sign-up bonuses were inflated to incentivize folks to actually apply and get these products. There are numerous other reasons, but this is just a simple example to bring the point home. Some cards may have a 100,000 bonus, for example with the Amex Platinum, and that 100,000 can go up to 125K points or 150K points. It just depends. Strategically speaking, with the sign-up bonuses differing like this, you may also want to consider waiting on inflated offers or increased sign-up bonus offers on certain credit cards you're looking out for, instead of just applying and getting the vanilla offer. Also, if you're curious and want to be up to date, you can easily go on YouTube or Google and just type in best credit card sign-up bonuses and type in the month and year, for example, April 2022. Comment down below if you're new to credit cards or have any questions regarding sign-up bonuses, etc. Happy to answer. And right before we get into the meat of the video, big shout out to supermoney.com, where you can get real reviews and insight into tons of financial products. You can get information as well as the ability to compare different products such as loans, from auto loans, business loans, personal lines of credits, as well as student loan refinancing. And on the mortgage side, you have HELOCs, home equity lines of credit, home purchase mortgages, mortgage refis, and of course credit cards. You got your business credit cards, personal credit cards, prepaid cards. And on the banking side, you have CD accounts, checking accounts, money market accounts, money transfer services, as well as savings accounts. Supermoney.com also has crypto-related products, so feel free to check it out. And the card we're going to get into over here doesn't have any referral links, so anything you sign up for through the link below for supermoney.com definitely supports the channel 100%. With that, the card with the easiest sign-up bonus ever is going to be the American Airlines A-Advantage Red Aviator World Elite MasterCard by Barclays Bank. The Aviator Red card, it has a sign-up bonus of 60,000 miles after the first purchase and as long as you pay the annual fee of $99, all within the first 90 days. The value of these 60,000 American Airline miles depends how you redeem them, but even if you have a redemption as low as 1 cent per point, you're talking about 60,000 cents, essentially $600. If you're getting 2 cents per point or even 3 cents per point or more, depending if you're booking from economy to business or even first class, at 2 cents per point, we're talking about $1,200 in value, and at 3 cents per point, you're talking $1,800 in value. In terms of miles earning capability, you're going to get 2x American Airline miles on every American Airlines purchase and 1x everywhere else. Perks-wise, you're looking at a free checked bag for you and up to 4 other companions on the same reservation. In addition to the free bag, you and your companions on that reservation will get preferred boarding. From there, you have no foreign transaction fees, and you also get up to $25 as a statement credit for in-flight Wi-Fi purchases on American Airline flights every account anniversary. You also have in-flight savings where you get 25% off food as well as beverage when you use your American Airlines card on American Airline flights. There are a few more benefits. Feel free to pause to take a look. Coming back to a feature of this credit card, it's known as Flight Sense. And how it works is essentially you activate this feature in your actual account, and it's essentially a roundup feature. And how it works is you'll get 1 AAdvantage mile, the name of American Airlines is miles, for every 2 cents you round up to your threshold amount. You can designate what that threshold amount is. You can choose it as $500 maximum that you want to round up this way, or $100 for example, etc. Looking at an example of Flight Sense, this is what it looks like. Let's say we make a transaction of $69.42. Assuming you're earning 1 times per mile without Flight Sense enabled, you're looking at $69 times that 1 mile. So we're talking about 69 miles on this purchase. But let's say we have Flight Sense enabled, $69.42 due to the roundup feature equivalent, you're looking at 58 cents as the delta between getting $69.42 up to the nearest dollar. And because of that roundup of 58 cents, if we add the two together, $69.42 and 58 cents, you're getting $70 charged to your account / your credit card in general. And miles from Flight Sense is essentially what that extra amount you're earning is. So because we rounded up 58 cents here, 58 cents divided by 2 cents, because we're getting 1 extra mile for every 2 cents, you're looking at 29 extra miles. Hence, $69.42 spent without Flight Sense enabled, you're looking at 69 miles. And when we add that extra 29 miles that we're getting due to Flight Sense, we're looking at a total of 98 miles for this transaction. And just in case you were thinking of this situation, this is how it would look like if you spend an even amount of money. So for example, if we spend $100 even with no change left over to round up to the nearest dollar, essentially you get 1x per mile in this example. And so without Flight Sense, you're getting 100 miles at $100. And without any amount to be rounded up, pretty straightforward, you're going to get 100 miles for that $100 charge. And there's no amount rounded up, hence no more. So 100 miles in general, even with Flight Sense enabled. Flight Sense can be worth it, but we really are buying them at 2 cents per point. So depending on your redemption, it may or may not make sense if you want to keep accumulating or have this feature enabled, because buying American Airline miles at 2 cents per point, but let's say you make a redemption at 1 cent per point, it wouldn't make a lot of sense. Using the 60,000 miles as an example, simply put, if you value that closer to $600, then you're essentially buying additional American Airline miles for 2 cents per point, which would be essentially wasting money. If you have thoughts of redeeming these American Airline miles at 2 cents per point or even for higher redemptions, for example 3 cents per point or even more depending on your redemption, then it could be worth accumulating extra American Airline miles with the Flight Sense feature. If you want to reference a practical example, you can look at myself, where I've had this card for a few years and I've had Flight Sense enabled since when it came out. And essentially I'm based out of a primarily Delta hub, so accumulating extra American Airline miles by doing organic everyday spend is definitely a big plus for me. At the same time, I'm super cognizant of how much value I'm truly getting, where if I'm buying those incremental miles at 2 cents per point, my redemptions would definitely be in line with that, or I'd be doing even better than 2 cents per point. There's a couple points I want to touch on which I think are important for you to know before considering getting this card. The first one is the Anniversary Companion Certificate. If you spend $20,000 on purchases with your American Airlines credit card, you can get a companion certificate good for 1 guest at $99, and this includes taxes and fees. Now, let's look at a real example. If you use this companion certificate, let's say for a $400 worth of flight, since you're paying $99, that value you're getting incrementally is essentially $300. Getting this $300 based on the fact that you spent 20K or more in that year is essentially saying you're getting an extra 1.5% back in terms of cash value. If you want to stick to one card or just a few set of cards, or you want to stick with American Airlines and their co-branded credit cards in general, then this may be a situation where you want to consider this benefit as something of value for you. Otherwise, it may not make the most sense to put all your spend on this card purely for this benefit, because if you think about it from an opportunity cost perspective, you can hit other intro bonuses or sign-up bonuses by using that same level of spend and getting way more than just that 1.5% incremental value. Moving on from there, although we get a 60K bonus with the first swipe, this card can also be technically utilized as a balance transfer card where you're getting 0% APR for the first 15 months. I mention this because it's usually siloed into balance transfer / debt consolidation type of products being in their own vertical, and on the other hand you have your travel rewards cards earning points, miles, etc. Like this, if it makes sense, you can still use this card as a balance transfer card, yet still get that heavy sign-up bonus. And with most things, if only were that simple, the balance transfer fee, from an industry perspective, is usually around 3%. In some cases, it's 4%. But this card, it's going to be 5% if you choose to use this balance transfer capability. So just a super heads up there. With that, thanks for coming to the end.